legend here tonight is Senator Amanda Stoker. She's a member of the LNP. She's Assistant Minister to the Attorney General, Assistant Minister for Women and Industrial Relations, and I'm really glad to call her my friend. So I welcome to the stage Amanda Stoker.
Hello one and all, it is wonderful to be with you and I feel enormously honoured that so many of you would turn out during the week to hear about something as important as the next election. In a little over a month we will all go into a polling booth and we will make decisions about what we think should be the future direction of this country over the next about 3 years, and this is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to have your say, but that will have lasting implications for the future direction of this country, because you and I both know that even small changes can make a really big difference in the long term. In this election, the choice is a very clear one. You get a choice between a coalition government that has successfully shepherded Australia through difficult times, and that's not only focused on securing our future prosperity, but on the other hand, we face a Labor government that will be dependent on left-wing independents and Greens if selected. It's a choice between a government with many MPs and senators who share your values and opposition parties that will actively seek to undermine them. Now, our government isn't perfect. I don't pretend it is. I'm sure there's some things we've done that you disagree with. But we're the only party that has not just committed to religious freedom in the abstract or talked the talk and told you what you want to hear. Instead, we've done the hard yards necessary to put together a law to protect religious freedom. And even though Labor, the Greens, and a handful of government MPs might have got together to amend that law in a way that made it unacceptable, it shows that we are the only party who has ever been committed enough to this principle that we would be prepared to take it to the Parliament. That's already huge progress, and it forms the foundation of a commitment to keep working towards the protection of the rights of people of faith that will endure beyond this term of government and well into the future. Our economic policies during the pandemic saved 700,000 jobs. We beat Treasury predictions of 15% unemployment, and today we've got unemployment at the lowest level in 50 years. I'm not sure if Mr. Albanese is in the audience. I suspect he's not, but if you got the memo, it's 4%. 4%. And we are exiting the pandemic and natural disasters we face with higher economic growth, jobs growth, with lower debt levels, with fatality rates that exceed the rates you will find in almost any other developed country. That's a big deal. And that success is what has enabled us to provide relief for the cost of living pressures that I know so many people are struggling with. We've halved the tax we pay on petrol for 6 months. Our tax plan has not only reduced your taxes over the last 3 years, but it will continue to put more money in your pockets. 10 million Australians will pay lower taxes in the coming weeks and months, and that's on top of other tax reforms we've done during our time in government. You can compare that to Labor's record. Over the last 30 years, Labor governments have, on average, delivered higher unemployment, higher interest rates, higher electricity prices, and not a single balanced budget to boot. And while they have done it, in the economic sphere, they have encroached upon the rights of people of faith, and they've put in place laws that offend some of our most basic instincts of right and wrong. We're making the necessary investments in our defence forces to keep us more secure than we have been for a long time in an uncertain world. We've got landmark new partnerships with our closest allies, like the AUKUS agreement, and they will help to ensure we can live in safety and in freedom here in Australia. The last time Labor in government, they reduced defence spending to its lowest level since the 1930s. Now, as I wrap this up, can I say, many of you will consider voting for a minor party in the Senate. And I can understand the appeal of that. Minor parties can give you the illusion of intellectual or moral purity that you don't always get in a major party. So, when you are going in to vote for the Senate, I understand that sentiment, I really do. But can I urge you to think carefully before you vote? My expectation is you'll face a situation in Queensland where there's 2 Liberal National Party people elected, 2 Labor people elected, my colleague Pauline Hanson elected, and 1 more spot. If we fragment the votes of people like us in this room, the only thing that you'll get is a Greens Member of Parliament. That's just the maths. It may be satisfying to either give the middle finger to government or to have that moral purity. But history shows that every time the vote on that broad centre-right fragments, you will end up with an extreme Green to represent you in the 6th position. And I'd suggest that's something nobody in this room wants. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you, and all the very best, and God bless.